Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a match.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson. Hello, basketball fans. Hey, a real treat in store for us tonight, folks. We get to see two teams with some of the best young talent in the NBA, Grant.
I mean, you said it best. I mean, these teams and their players, they have a lot of runway in front of them. So you get a glimpse of the league's future here. With the wealth of potential on both sides, these are teams that figure to be contenders for years to come.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
Crafty score off the dribble. Brooks has a good set of moves, and he's smart.
Russell against Morant. Russell into the lane. And he buries his first look.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Morant. Jackson finds Bane. Morant with it. 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It breaks down your defense when John Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Adams with a screen on Edwards. Outside for Morant. And he drives in. Minnesota with a rebound. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Swing.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. And stolen by Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Out left to the wing. Now Edwards. There's the three. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Moran. Now here's Brooks. Back to Payne. Clock at 6. Moran, he's open. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Moran. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Edwards. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Jackson outside. Payne, the pass to Jackson. And here's Brooks. The 3 from Payne. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Now here's McDaniels. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Russell, that's good.
Inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Stolen by Anderson. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Into the lane. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
With his level of quickness, it's tough to keep up defensively.
Adams finds Morant. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson outside. A shot to stop the drought. Goes up on the baseline. Morant, no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
McDaniels from long range. Fires hitting the triple. McDaniels got 5 now.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And so it's Minnesota with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Adams, pass to Brooks. Outside for Moran. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Anderson for 3. Brooks with the rebound. Jackson outside. Back to Brooks. Jackson outside. Payne with it. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Morant finds Brooks. Back to Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant with the dunk.
What an athlete this guy is. Ja Morant is talented at staying in control.
Payne against Edwards. Kicks it out to Anderson. Left side, Edwards. Back to Anderson. Outside, Edwards. A shot from the mid-range. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Outside for Moran. Pass to Bane. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Bane's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Efficient from range. Desmond came into the league with a sharp three-point shot.
Russell, pass to McDaniels. That shot off. Good work defensively by Brooks. The three from Bane. And again, it's Memphis with a three. All right, Smitty, let's talk defense. Yes, that side of the ball. What makes a great defensive player in today's game?
I think the number one thing for me is grit. Also, D is about heart and desire. The best defenders never take a play off. They play hard all the time. They also study film, and a lot of playing defense is mental.
Great open look there. McDaniels got 8.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And another basket for Memphis.
With the ball on the string, Ja Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
Pass to McDaniels. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Edwards for three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Jackson finds Morant. Morant with the slam!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Pass to McDaniels. And stolen by Morant. Payne with it. Down guarded by McDaniels. Here's Morant. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. He's got 10.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Anderson passes to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Back to Daniels. The kick out to Edwards. From deep three-point range. Unable to get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. And Edwards slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. And it's Moran off the drive. Three-pointer, Brooks. Good, and the setup by Moran. Brooks has got 5 now.
You can run these plays for Brooks. He's improving in the catch-and-shoot area.
The Grizzlies, 21.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with John Conchar. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. A slam dunk by Reed.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Aldama. Jones with the ball. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Clark. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
And Smitty, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major, major impact.
Jackson, he's checked in for Aldama. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Pass to Jackson. Jackson on the wing. All sorts of time. No luck on that one.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Williams defending. Now Reed. To the paint. And stolen by Clark. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Noel drives in. Pass to Moore. Here's McLaughlin. Reed with it. Up and in on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
It's not easy to work the ball inside of this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Conchar. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Williams from long range. And it's Noel with a rebound.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. Just couldn't get it to go.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Over Jones. And too long on the shot. Right side, Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Conchar. Williams in the post. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Soft touch off the glass. Noel's got 5 now.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Steven Adams checked in for Clark. Dylan Brooks comes in for Williams. Maine, he's checked in for Conchar. And it's Morant in for Jones. A line change here for Memphis. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. On the wing, Conchar. Back to Jones. Outside, Anderson. From behind the arc. Connects from downtown. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
And you see Anderson each year becoming a little more consistent from distance.
Timeout called. Memphis. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Moran against Russell. The 3 from Bain. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 12-3 run. McDaniels against Moran. Edwards for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Moran finds Jackson. Back to Moran. And then Moran with the jam.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting him up tonight.
Russell with the ball, guarded by Morant. Edwards against Bain. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And he sinks the second. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
From deep, Bain. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Making use of these corner spots. Bain is especially dangerous from this area.
Edwards, a pass to Anderson. Back to Edwards. Here's Gobert. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get them. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Kyle Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Back to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. 6 to shoot. Gobert with a screen on Bain. Here's Edwards. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And then Morant with the dunk.
You love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. Ja Morant's a reliable finisher.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Russell. Now here's Edwards, guarded by Bain. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Russell finds Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Outside Bain. Pass to Brooks. Jackson outside. Here's Morant. There's 5 to shoot, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Well, Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Fires the 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Morant. Oh, hammer it home.
That hurt. Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Here's Edwards driving in. Oh, Adams with the block. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Russell finds McDaniels. Clock is at 3.
This is Adams' calling card, making his presence felt defensively.
Outside Morant. Brooks outside. The 3 from Bain. Here's Adams. Here's Morant. Drives to the hoop. So they take the lead.
Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
And a moment moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
Memphis has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson outside. The three from Maine. Anderson pulls it down. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards, a pass to Russell. To Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Outside for Russell. Looking to win the count. Can't hit that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Jackson outside. On the wing, Bain. Back to Jackson. Pass to Bain. Outside for Brooks. And stolen by Edwards. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Right side McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Anderson. To tie it up. Pass to Edwards. The three. Here's Gobert. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, BA, and there's a chance to extend that right here.
Laces one from 3.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Edwards for 3. The shot off that time. And so the Grizzlies take the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on...
And this game features two tremendous passing teams. And there should be a lot of fun watching these teams move the ball.
One of the things that strikes you about both of these teams is that they really enjoy playing with one another. Both play an unselfish brand of basketball. The ball is moving, everybody's touching it, and usually that's when the confidence is sky high.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now, here is Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Wow. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal.
The previous play is under review.
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
You know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double-checking, and the game continues on.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
And it's Russell with the ball. They'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Gobert trying to get open, and that one's good. Russell.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Jackson with it. Now defended by Gobert. Here's Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. We're about 1 minute into the first. And here's Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Russell kicks to McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Edwards. Shot from the wing.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender. He just uses that body so well to contest shots.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Yeah, Kevin, he thinks their defense cannot afford to make mental mistakes. The team that they're going up against does a great job of diagnosing the situation and then making the right play and the right read. That makes this a very difficult challenge. Guys?
Appreciate that, D.A. Thanks. We'll see if they can defend and close out on shooters the way they hope to.
Yeah, and one way to take a good shooter out of his rhythm, force him to put the ball on the floor.
The other thing is avoid fouling. Don't bail guys out and give away points at the line. Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson passes to Morris and stolen by Russell. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Feeds to Gobert. Sinks that one from the post. They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
Minnesota with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. Russell kicks to McDaniels. Back to Russell. Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. No problems knocking that one down.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns has that face-up three-point shot definitely in the offensive arsenal. You better put a hand up.
The shot by George, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 6. Edwards with it. Leonard picks him up. Edwards can't hit. It's stolen by Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. T right on him. And it's Russell in the corner. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Russell passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Zubas a screen on Russell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson kicks to Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Outside, Towns. And it's Russell in the corner. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Gobert. Morris with the rebound. Here's Jackson. Here's Leonard. That will count.
Well, you want to see some more ferocity on the defensive end for D'Angelo Russell. Right there, he proves what a...
And we reached the end of the first quarter. But Timberwolves on top, up by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the game. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the ground.
And Edwards with the stop.
Guys, you get a look at how dynamic a force Edwards can be. Makes both the defensive play and then goes ahead and scores it himself.
Jackson kicks to Morris. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jackson finds George. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Edwards passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Minnesota leading by 5. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Outside, Russell. 6 to shoot. Towns wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what your offense is designed to do. Get Karl Anthony Towns something in rhythm.
Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Now the pass to McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by Russell. Passes it to Leonard. Now Zubac. Morris outside. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 6. Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Wow, why lay it in when you can send an emphatic message? Rudy Gobert on the dunk.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in and have forward. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Leonard kicks to Morris, and they get it.
You can see with the contest right there that defensively Towns arrived in the NBA prepared to make an impact.
Outside, Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Offline with his three. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. Los Angeles with another miss. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Pass to Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. 34 seconds left in the first half. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Morris, and McDaniels with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. And the Timberwolves with possession. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. Russell dishes to Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Back to Edwards. All alone. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well,
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
and one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for SuperLu to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Powell, the pass to Covington. Powell dishes to Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. At that time, sets up his teammate.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. And here's Anderson for three. Can't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. To the middle. Outside for Batum. And the lead is down inside single digits. Batum's got 6 points.
I gotta tell you, that's a big-time finish. Nick Batum goes up strong and with authority and won't be denied.
Anderson outside. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. It's Prince on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. Buries the long-range jumper.
This guy has spent his career underrated. Prince can stretch the defense and do a lot of little things for you.
And Wall kicks to Covington. Lets the three fly. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Covington's got himself on the board with three there. Prince outside. Left side Anderson. Covington with the steal. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make six figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad. That reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. He dishes it to Wall. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The shot by Powell, no good. Timberwolves leading by 9.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Here's Wall. The shot comes out. Good D by Anderson. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Prince. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McLaughlin, no good. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Powell with the steal. And here we go. Powell heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Powell.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit. But can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, the Clippers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Pass to McLaughlin. They could use a bucket. The Timberwolves, again, can't hit. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Wall dishes to Powell. And the pass to Covington. Fires the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Passes it to McLaughlin. Here is Anderson, defended by Covington. And Anderson gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Batum for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Clippers trail by 3. Morris passes to Zubac. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Right side, Towns. Back to Gobert. It's stolen by Morris. Edwards against George. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Edwards, that's good.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window, and exploits it.
Zubac, a screen on Russell. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Russell inside. Jackson on him. Here's Towns. Count that bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
You can see the wide variety of ways that Karl Anthony Towns can put points on the board. There isn't an aspect of the offensive end of the floor that he doesn't do well.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
George against Edwards. And Leonard has it in the corner. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's McDaniels. And the 3-ball is good. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
A 3 from Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Simply put, a bad shot pass. They all know they can get a better look than that.
McDaniels finds Russell. And the 3 off target. Edwards with it. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Russell. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. And it's Russell missing. Clippers trail by 9. Leonard the pass to Zubac. From deep, George. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Over in the corner, McDaniels. For 3. They get it again. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Edwards against George. It's stolen by Edwards.
And at at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Minnesota.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. When everything started to look a little dire, they really put the hammer down.
And watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Stolen by McDaniels. Edwards inside, defended by George. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Gobert.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Towns for three. Offline. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one.
We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Jackson. George outside. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Jackson. Kicks it to George. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morris. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Morant. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Left side Bain. Morant against Jackson. And then Morant with the jam!
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Adams. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Morant's got 7 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Leonard passes to Morris. Bain against George. The shot comes out. Now Memphis takes it the other way. To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, George with a steal. Down low. Zubats finds Leonard. Launches a three. Morris for three. And stolen by Bain. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Rips down the breakaway slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
George outside. The three. Parries it from three.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Now here's Morant. He has 7. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Morant against Jackson. Back to Morris. 6 to shoot. Pass to George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
That one goes. Count it. Morant's got 11.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brent.
Yeah, BA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys. And he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
The Clippers trail. And here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Here's Bain. And the layup is good off the glass. Bain's got his second basket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Good work defensively by Brooks.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Morant finds Bain. to Jackson. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front, leading by... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Well, Brent, comparing eras, a touchy subject, but how do you juxtapose the era of your father, Rick, in the 60s and 70s to your era, and even nowadays?
Well, I think between the rule changes, the adoption of the three-point line, and the skill and growth and all the technology and science behind players, that it's really, really difficult to look back 25 years ago and compare the game. Just the game itself, BA, let alone talking about players and their skill.
Drains the triple. Morant's got 16 points.
Adding to his game over time, when Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Jackson down low, pounded by Morant. The three ball. Leonard way outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Morant against Jackson. Fires for 3. They get the rebound. Outside for Brooks. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot from deep. Morant. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Leonard with the ball. Checked by Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. George left side. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Here's Jackson. Pass to Bane. Outside Morant. Jackson with it. Now Morant on the wing. Bane. Beyond the arc. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Give him 8 points now. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Morant against Jackson. Jackson outside. Pass to Bane. Oh, sweet move. Kicks it out to Jackson. Now Adams. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Jackson. Morris for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Morris has got 7.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Outside for Brooks. Morant against Jackson. Morant, pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Now here's Jackson. 4 on the clock. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's George. 7 points in the game. Over Bane. George finds Morris. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Left side Bane. Pass to Jackson. Outside Bane. And the dunk by Jackson.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Zubats with a screen on Bain. George with it. Jackson in his pocket. Oh, stolen by Moran. It's tipped. Oh, George with a steal. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. And the Grizzlies with possession here. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
Hey, pick up left.
Outside Moran. Takes the 3. Here's Adams. Bain against George. Outside for Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Bain. And it's Memphis with another.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Morris. He has 7. George outside to halt the run. And George with the jam.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
Here's Moran from deep. And the first half now in the books. Grizzlies out in front, up by 15. And don't go. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington, and it's Man in at the 3.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Jackson, pass to Moran. This one for 3. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Now here's Wall. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
What an effort from Wall on the play, refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Outside Covington. Stolen. Jones with the ball. Guarded by Batum.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Count it.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Is checked in for Aldama. 90 seconds into the second half now. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. Clock at 6. Out to Powell. Lets the 3 fly. Williams grabs the board. Memphis has got 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Here's Conchar. No good there. And Los Angeles the other way now. Powell passes to Covington. Finished off the break. Covington's got his first points of the game.
And he'll eat up ground in a hurry. Covington running the lane and getting out on the break. Well, I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Clark, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Fires from the wing. Here's Covington. The Grizzlies pull it in. Well, Brett, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
1:51 left in the third quarter here. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
There's 1:47 left in the third. For 3, Covington hits a 3-pointer. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter.
Covington knocking one down and showing some confidence in his ability.
Pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Green for 3. Batum pulls it in.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
And you can't talk about acrobatic finishers without talking about John Wall. Man, he's explosive.
Pass to Conchar. Clark outside. Jones with the ball. He shoots it. And again, Memphis no good.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Wall, the pass to Powell. And he trims the lead to single digits.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Conchar, good. Conchar's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Covington, 5 points in the game. Pass to Man. Inside. The kick out to Wall. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Man. Let's go with a 3. For 3, Covington. Jones with some nice D. He got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Jackson for 3. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's a confident guy, and he's got a solid three-point shot, so Jackson rises and fires.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc, and the results have been outstanding.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Here's Morant. That one's true, and that's 9 for 12 for him now.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Kicks it to George. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morris. From downtown, they grab their own miss.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Morant against Jackson. Back to Morant. Three-pointer. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. George with it. From deep three-point range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. George against Bain. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
Slick move. Makes the turnaround jumper look easy.
Jackson, pass to Leonard. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the 4th. Here's George.
Over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Man, Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Outside Morant. There's the drive. It's deflected. Back to George. And the jam by George.
Love to see PG getting into that zone, committed to find the points.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Hits the trifecta.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this 4th quarter. Bain, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And there's the lob. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Brooks finds Jackson. Back to Brooks. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Morris passes to George. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. From deep, Bain. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Grizzlies.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Pass to Brooks. It's stolen by Leonard. And it's Morris penetrating. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Shot clock at 5. And it's Morant missing. Leonard on the wing. from deep. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. A clean win and one win.
Clark, the focus tonight has to be on the front court matchup. It figures to be a battle of big men down low.
Well, you know, Kevin, no question about it. These are two very talented teams in the post. I mean, each used to owning the advantage in the paint, and I'm very interested to see the chess match inside tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3 spot.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Russell against Morant. Brooks the pass to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 6. Brooks finds Morant over Russell. And it's Morant missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's good.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here's Morant.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Here's Morant. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, jacks up a 3. Jackson passes to Morant. A shot that time, not on target. And Minnesota will come the other way. Inside, here's Russell. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Jackson. Morant against Russell.
Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the nice highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Now here's Towns. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. McDaniels in the post. Brooks covering. Clock at 4. Here's Russell. Again, Russell missing. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Edwards finds Russell. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Brooks outside. On the wing, Bane. From downtown. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 5. Here's Edwards. Takes it off the glass.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Morant against Russell. Payne for 3. This time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Here's Jackson after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Edwards drawing the double team. Towns the pass to Russell. Morant with the steal. Payne for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Russell finds Gobert. Here's McDaniels. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant passes to Adams. Jackson looking it over. Here's Brooks driving the lane. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Minnesota. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. You look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
On the court for Minnesota. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the 1. From outside the arc.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
Adams right side. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Towns. The pass to McDaniels. And it's Russell in the corner. Payne against Edwards. Morant surveying the D. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got 6 points.
Well, the contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Russell inside, guarded by Morant, and that one is good.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Morant finds Payne. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Towns. It's hauled in by Adams. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant passes to Bing. Out to Morant. He dishes it to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Brooks with it. Picked up by Edwards. And they recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Russell. 9 points in the game so far. A kick out to Towns. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. The drive by Payne. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Payne kicks to Morant. Outside Jackson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Towns dishes to Edwards with the drive from the arc, and the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
2 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And a wide open look for Payne. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. The drive by Russell. Towns finds McDaniel. Shot to stop the run. Adams, a nice D. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Brooks against Gobert. Memphis moving it around. There's Jackson with the three. No good on the shot. Timberwolves go the other way with it. The shake. And it's Edwards getting it to go. Edwards got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Morant against Russell. Gobert the pass to Russell. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Russell kicks to McDaniel. No good from outside. Outside Jackson. It's a tie game in Memphis. They with it. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
We've got Green, and it's Tillman in at center. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Clock is at 3. From outside, off the mark. And for Memphis, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
The kick out to Anderson. Here's Noel for the three. Trains the three-pointer. Noel's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Timberwolves.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Jones, the pass to Aldama. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse.
And good that time.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The kick out to Anderson. Plenty of space. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside, Green. Pass to Aldama. Jones from outside. Buries it from three-point range. Jones has got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. On left of the wing. From deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
They kick it out to Green. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefines the point guard position. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Aldama passes to Jones. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Over in the corner, Green over Prince. Green, no luck. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Jones looking for an opening. Outside, Green. Pass to Concho.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Grizzlies have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
John Concho at the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. Minnesota in the lead. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Kicks it out to Prince. A 3-ball. Tillman grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Dives to the hoop. Conchar can't get it to go. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Anderson finds Prince. Back to Anderson. Kicks it out to Prince. Anderson outside. Back to Prince. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. He kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kyle Anderson. Edwards, he's checked in for Noel. And it's Russell in for Jordan McLaughlin. Now Morant. He's got 8. Back to Jackson. Crosses over. And the dunk by Jackson.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Back to Russell. To the paint. Here's Towns. And they will get the basket here. And yet the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as
the previous play is under review.
Conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
You choose to use it. So the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltender.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Timberwolves lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point guard. Outside, Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Brooks dishes to Adams. Bain with it. He's picked up by Russell. Outside for Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson. Memphis moving it around to take the lead. Kept alive. Back to Bain. Latrey bangs home the trifecta.
This is the game plan for him, and he's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Towns, the pass to McDaniels. From past the arc. Hands it from downtown. McDaniels got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Outside for Jackson. In the corner, it's Bain. And it's Russell with the rebound. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Over in the corner, Edwards. Russell finds Edwards. Back to Russell. To the left wing. Towns for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Russell. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, the big finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays happen well above the rim.
Edwards against Bain. Edwards kicks to Towns. Outside, Russell. Back to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And it's 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
McDaniels kicks to Russell. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Russell. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain for 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Edwards with the stop.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And finished off by Morant.
Huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Pass to Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Back to Towns. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Bain passes to Jackson. Frames it from downtown.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
Gobert with the bounce pass. And here we go. Fast break in Morant's. Brooks with no one around. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies. To the right side. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. Outside Jackson. From deep. Memphis the rebound. Out to Brooks. To the inside. Morant reaches to Brooks. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Memphis ball.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1. George's shot is off.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Over to the wing. Back to Russell. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Paul George.
And what has made D'Lo a max player? He puts constant pressure on the defense.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Pass to Edwards. That's it. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Get your better score, some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
Jackson finds Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Edwards with it. On the take. Pass to Towns from outside the arc. Sinks it from distance.
The versatility of Towns. Unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Now here's George. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Towns against Morris. Oh, George with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Kicks it to George. Morris on the wing. Back to Leonard. Pass to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Deflected by Gobert.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Coming off his third All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Inside, Gobert is a nightmare. With his height, it's tough to create good coverage.
Jackson, the pass to George. Jack's up a 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep. And Smitty, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times. And he's a block machine.
Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Leonard passes to Zubats. Nice move. And he lays it up and in. Zubats has got 6.
It's no secret that Kawhi has focused on improving his passing. Great look there.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Edwards. There's the triple. They get it back. Gobert. Pass to Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards gotten his second bucket of the game.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
George passes to Zubats. Out to Leonard. The 3 is up. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Edwards. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. The 3 from Russell. Counted from distance. 5 points in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Leonard finds George. And here's Jackson. Back to George. Launches it. Russell with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. And stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Towns against Morris. Towns passes to Russell. Back to Towns. From the arc. Even to Zubats. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Clippers. 8 points. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Clippers.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
George finds Leonard. 6 to shoot. Back to George. And George with the jam.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Outside Russell, shoots over George, and that one hits the back iron. The Clippers in the lead. Inside, here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Pass to McDaniels. 4-3, sinks the tray.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Kicks it to George. For 3. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels covering. George passes to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Russell to pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Back to Daniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Russell from outside. That one is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And Leonard, here we go. Here's Morris. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one. And Grant, a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Leonard against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Now here's Towns. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Zubats. George against McDaniels. Now here's George. Defense is right there. Knocks down the long J. Morris has got 10 points in the game.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Jackson, pass to George. Nifty move, and George with the jam.
The playmaking of Reggie, a work in progress, but looking good right there.
McDaniels with it, guarded now by George. Here's Gobert. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes. He has 6.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Russell against Jackson. Leonard attacking. Morris on the wing. Kicks it to George. Morris passes to Zubac. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Shot clock at 3. Here's Powell, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And Minnesota has possession. 9-point game. Here's Edwards. The Clippers grab the miss.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Batum. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. Appreciate it, Allie.
The Timberwolves, 21.
You could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Marcus Morris making an impact in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Naz Reid. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard position. And he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Pass to McLaughlin. And the layup is good.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Wall, the pass to Batum. The crossover, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
You know, Nicholas Batum is kind of a classic glue guy. He does a little of everything and is always ready to step up and fill any gaps on the floor.
Well, the Timberwolves shooting pretty well at 45%. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Anderson inside. Working on Covington. Pass to Reed. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. The kick out to Wall. Floats one. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their 2nd winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
And the shot goes down.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Now here's Wall. Tight defense on him. Batum gets the bucket. What do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Back to Reed. Powell with a steal. Batum with it. Picked up by Reed. Here's Covington. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
A 3-and-D wing. Covington's skill set is perfect for how players and teams play the game today.
Pass to Anderson. On the wing, Noel. Here's Prince. Uses the glass on the layup. Prince has gotten 4 this quarter.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Powell outside. 3-pointer. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. And the Clippers lead by 12.
off the catch. Norman Powell is quick to move the ball into his shot pocket.
Anderson against Covington. Anderson can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Mann. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Covington. And the jam by Covington.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Anderson for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
From an early age, Terrence Mann has been around hoops. His mom was a long-time college head coach and now an assistant in the WNBA.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Back to Prince. Pass to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drills it from deep. Prince has got 7.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Now here's Wall. He's closely guarded. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Pass to Prince. Here's McLaughlin on the wing. Noel takes a 3. Oh, great D that time from Powell. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Covington, no good. The Timberwolves shooting well here in the third, hitting 50% of their shots. And here's Reed, guarded by Batum. Down low. Here's Covington. Pass to Batum. Powell for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in command with a 13-point lead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. McDaniels is checked in for Prince. And Russell is subbed in for McLaughlin. Up top, Jackson, guarded by Russell. Kicks it to George. Puts up a 3. The offensive rebound. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Pass to McDaniels. And stolen by Leonard. George passes to Leonard. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Left side McDaniels. The 3 is up. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Now here's George. Not a lot of room. Leonard passes to George. Kicks it out to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. McDaniels passes to Russell. Towns for three. Can't get it to drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. Here's Morris. Leonard on the wing. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
At the line for your quarter.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Taking 2 shots.
Was perfect from the line this time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside McDaniels. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Leonard passes to Morris. Jackson down low. The kick out to Morris. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Zubac controls the rebound and the putback. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Just an assertive play. He attacks the miss and sends it home.
Back to Daniels. Russell with the ball. And it's Leonard picking him up. On the wing, Noel. The three from Russell. Here's Gobert. 2 points. That one goes.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
George, a deep three. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Russell from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
An assortment of shots in Russell's arsenal. Just a quick catch and shoot right there.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Spins. Jackson finds Morris. Fires the three. No good on the shot. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Russell with the ball. Pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Towns, guarded by Morris. Here's Noel. Ooh, Morris with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Now Leonard. Jackson, pass to Zubac. Over Gobert. Kept alive. Leonard. George outside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Right side McDaniels. Outside Russell. Deflects the pass. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
The starting.
Oh, a lot of history, Richard, between these two teams tonight will be another installment in this terrific rivalry.
And let me say, playing in the same conference, having to go through each other year after year, yeah, that can breed a little bit of contempt. Let's just say it that way.
Exactly. I'm sure you felt that against rivals in your division and your conference.
Yeah, I think most of the time they felt it against me.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubas. Morant left side. Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. Paul George grabs the miss. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard kicks to George. Fires for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Leonard inside. Brooks covering. Bain against Jackson. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Stolen. Brooks outside. Here's Adams. Outside, Bain. Outside, Jackson. It's Morant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George against Bain. A nice shot by George. George has got 5 now.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Offensive rebound outside for Jackson. The wing jumper off target.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Morris passes to Jackson. Out to Morris. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. No good. And it's Memphis the other way. Adams outside. He feeds it to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Grant, it's hauled in by the Clippers.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris.
He is a strong finisher with momentum behind him. You won't see Leonard lose his touch or balance on his drive.
Now here's Morant. The three. Morris with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
The shot will not fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And a wide open look for Payne. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside Leonard shoots the three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here's Payne. Jackson kicks to Morant. The three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Jackson passes to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And then Morant slams it in.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. George, that's a two-pointer. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Morant with a wide-open look. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles? And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. 7-point differential.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdowns.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Clippers leading by 7. Pass to Zubac. To the middle. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything. Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, here's Zubac. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. On the wing, Payne. Defended by George. Jackson from long range. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, Jackson has become a threat from range, taking and making those shots more consistently.
Morant against Jackson. A 3 from Leonard. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Bain, and he jams it with authority.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Jackson against Morant. Knocked away. Morant with the steal. Brooks dishes to Adams. Pass to Jackson, right wing. Here's Morant. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Now, here's George. He's got 7. Out to Morris. There's the 3. Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Jackson against Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Stolen by Jackson.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
Here's Morant. Passes it to Bain. Can't get it to fall.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Jackson. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Here's Morant. Here he goes. Oh, he misses the dunk. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And George kicks to Leonard. George looking over the floor. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. Launches it. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis trailing here. The drive by Brooks. Bain finds Adams. Morant against Jackson. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Morant. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
The speed and athleticism of Morant is a tough combination to guard, which is why he gets fouled.
All free throws good from Morant. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Okay, David, much appreciated. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. They've got Jones. Brandon Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Green. And it's Conchar in at the 2 spot. Shot clock at 2. Here's Jones driving to the basket. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Ball passes to Batum. And he banks in the layup. Batum's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for Los Angeles. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
Now here's Green. Norman Powell unable to get his last shot to go. To the wing right side. Conchar, the pass to Aldama. Kicks it out to Jones. For the lead. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Emphatic points from Covington. Dunks and threes. Baskets every team needs. That's what Robert brings to the table.
Now here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ball against Jones. The pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Morant.
Oh, wow! That is powerful. This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
Here's Wall. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brooks with no one around. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Los Angeles leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Morant against Jackson. And Morant throws it down.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
John Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now here's Brooks after the miss from Reggie Jackson. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists in the game. George against Spain. Leonard looking around. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now here's Morant. Oh, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you. Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Here's Jackson. Outside, George, and Leonard has it in the corner. With the fadeaway. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And Payne no good on that one.
Shooting for Memphis, Desmond Bain at the foul line for 1.
And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Morant outside. Going inside, and he can't jam it through.
Try to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Authoritative slam there by George, showing the defense he's ready to get physical.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 2. Here now a chance to show you assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Morant. It loose. Paul George with the steal. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles? Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know which side he's on.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Outside for George. Morris outside. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Jackson up top, guarded by Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard with no one around. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Clippers lead by 7.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
The 3 from Morant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Inside, Morris. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bain finds Morant. Back to Bain. Morant outside. Memphis moving that ball around. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
Clippers leading by 4. Outside Jackson, down low. Stolen by Jackson. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Payne for three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. George dishes to Leonard. Out to Morris. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. It's Jackson with the drive. Back to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Here's Zubac. Second shot opportunity. The shot by George. Wide open. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner. And he nails it.
And another miss by Memphis.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Morris, left side. Pass to Zubac. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies trail by 8. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Morant gets to Bain. Jackson passes to Bain. Releases. Here's Morant. Takes it inside. And then Morant slams it in.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Jackson against Morant. Outside Jackson. And it's George finishing it off.
That hits the response. Don't try to throw down his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket. And so here are the Clippers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
To put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Jackson against Morant. Now here's Leonard. Guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. Stolen by Brooks.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Williams comes in for Brooks. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 6. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
2 seconds. Timeout, Grizzlies.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, and he does get the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Morant finds Clark. Jackson with it. Back to Clark. Stolen by Zubac. And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Jackson against Morant. Over in the corner, Williams. Payne looking around. And again, Memphis no good. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.